Greetings everyone and welcome to Spacing Out. I'm Jason McClellan.
And I'm Maureen Elsberry. Thanks for joining us.
Let's jump into the news and get you caught up on some of the stories that have made headlines recently.
A green UFO was recorded on video in the sky above the city of Ipswich in Queensland, Australia by resident Arthur Sollett on the night of February 24th.
Sollett described his UFO sighting to the Queensland Times, stating, "From some angles, it's like a green rectangle, and then it has a white object above it, almost in a T shape in some angles. At times, the white image is above it, and at times it is below it. It is almost as though it is turning upside down. It is real hard to explain." Others have reportedly seen the same or a similar UFO in the area.
According to the Queensland Times, Sollett's son sent the video to UFO Research Queensland President Cheryl Gottschall, who concluded, "I've seen a lot of things, but I haven't seen anything like that. Not even on the internet. It remains unidentified."
Sollett told the Queensland Times, "As far as I am concerned, it is an unidentified flying object. But whether it is Earth-made or something from outer space, you just wouldn't know." But he opined, "It may be a remote-controlled object, but it is something in the sky, and it is flying like a plane."
The online zine Who Forwarded recently pointed out that glowing wings are sold for model airplane enthusiasts who want to fly their planes at night. And owners of the remote-controlled gliders have been adorning their craft with LED lights for years to enable night flying.
And on May 27th, the Queensland Times published a follow-up story identifying the UFO as a remote-controlled 2-meter Park Zone Radiant electric glider.
In the search for intelligent extraterrestrials, scientists listen for incoming radio signals and they hunt for Earth-like planets. Some scientists are also looking for megastructures constructed by aliens.
NASA's Kepler Space Telescope searches for planets using the transit method. Now that's where Kepler's sensors detect dips in brightness caused when an alien planet passes in front of its star from Kepler's perspective. And the same method is used by scientists searching the universe for alien megastructures.
According to Universe Today astronomer Jeff Marcy, who was recently appointed to the new Watson and Marilyn Alberts Chair for SETI at the University of California at Berkeley, was awarded a grant to hunt for evidence of Dyson spheres using Kepler's data. A Dyson sphere is a theoretical megastructure envisioned by theoretical physicist Freeman Dyson, consisting of a giant array of solar panels that would surround a star to harvest its energy.
Another example of a megastructures being hunted by scientists are theoretical structures known as ring worlds. Now, Universe Today explains that ring worlds would consist of a giant ring in orbit around a star, constructed comfortably inside the star's habitable zone. Whether alien megastructures actually exist is unknown, but as Universe Today points out, the possibility alone is exciting enough to make it worth continuing to look.
Ohio's WMFD News recently featured a story about a photo taken by Tom Young, who said he captured a UFO in this picture taken with his tablet while vacationing in California. However, it turns out that this UFO is a special effect that comes with the Camera 360 photo app for smartphones.
Open Minds recently featured other UFO and alien photos that were taken with this app and purported to be real. We were even approached at the UFO Congress by a woman who said she had caught an alien in a photograph, but it turns out to be a joke she was playing on us and her parents using the Camera 360 app.
Camera 360 is a smartphone app that allows the user to manipulate photos taken on their phones. Among other effects, it lets the user add aliens and UFOs to their images. Unfortunately, it makes hoaxing a picture very simple. However, WMFD shouldn't feel too bad because a lot of other news agencies across the world have been fooled by these pictures recently.
Many of the hoaxers can be very convincing, like Tom Young. He told news reporters that he was visiting friends in San Carlos, California, and decided to take a picture of the beautiful view from their balcony. When he looked at the picture later, he says he was surprised to find a classic flying saucer.
Open Minds informed WMFD of Camera 360, so they did a follow-up story and confronted Young, who admits he has the app on his phone, but asserts that he didn't use the app to fake his UFO photo.
A witness photographed a UFO above the San Diego, California suburb of Santee on the afternoon of Tuesday, May 7th.
According to 10 News, San Diego's ABC affiliate, witness Ellen Henry snapped multiple UFO photos of the object as it hovered over the historic and allegedly haunted Edgemoor Barn. And she is convinced that whatever she saw in the sky was extraterrestrial.
News 10 interviewed Henry, but she did not want to show her face on camera because she said she was still spooked by what she captured. And she claims that her camera stopped working after she photographed the UFO.
The station reportedly contacted the nearby airport and the nearby Marine Air Base, but neither had an explanation for the UFO. The station also checked with the National UFO Reporting Center and determined that the only UFO sighting in San Diego had been reported during May. News 10 points out that the Edgemoor Barn sits beneath multiple flight paths.
The station provided very few details from the witness. The News 10 reporter stated that the object was hovering over the barn, but it's unclear whether that was her description or Henry's description. But based on the pictures, the object appears to be in motion. Henry told News 10 she is certain the object was not a bug. With multiple flight paths above the barn and with the unidentified object apparently in motion, a conventional aircraft is a possible identification, but it's always possible that Henry snapped a photo of something extraterrestrial.
A positive identification of this UFO over Santee is unlikely unless more details are obtained from the witness. And unfortunately, we don't really have enough to go on. We do have some elements that are interesting. If her camera did break, as she alleges, that is very common with other reported UFO sightings.
Yeah, we hear that a lot.
Disturbance.
Right.
But I got to admit, Jason, we had just talked about this 360 app photo, and then this photo came out, and the first thing I thought was, well, that's another app photo.
Right.
And I thought it was, and I had to go look at the iPhone app to make sure that it wasn't the same UFO shape. And I was wrong. It wasn't.
It doesn't look like it's one of these stock UFO shapes in these apps. It does look like an object in motion, but it's impossible to tell whether it could be a bird, a plane, it could be anything. But this woman, and again, from the details, we don't know if she actually saw it or saw it later when she was reviewing her photos. It's difficult to ascertain that. And she also did, not just in this news report, but she herself uploaded a video to YouTube showing her photos. Again, no further details than what was reported by ABC. So again, not much to go on, except she was freaked out by what she saw. People are making a big deal about it because it's by this above this barn that has a lot of paranormal activity apparently. So that's kind of interesting.
Yeah, it's a neat photo at this point. We'll see if she ends up coming forward with any more details.
But, yeah, that would certainly help.
But it doesn't look like she's hoaxing this at all,
right,
because we have the fact that especially that she's scared too, and she doesn't want to be seen. She doesn't want any attention from it. Somewhat, she gave her name, but
yeah. But then on the other hand, you have this guy, the Ohio man who was vacationing in California. That's a weird one, and we're seeing more of that because on the video, the news report that the Ohio station did, this guy seems very genuine, talking about this UFO sighting he had. He's real excited about it. He says he's going to cherish this photo and keep it forever. And then when the news station saw our website, saw the story that Alejandro wrote about it, they printed it out and took it to him and said, well, look, according to this website, this is something from a phone app. And the guy's response was weird. He admitted that, well, I do have that app on my phone, but I didn't use it for this picture.
You know, I thought it was really interesting, too, because you look at his face when they approach him out of the blue, and he doesn't look surprised. To me, he kind of looks like a deer in the headlights, where he's like, oh, no, I got caught.
There was a little bit of that on his face,
but,
yeah.
But I don't know, you know, I'm not going to call him a liar. He's asserting that he didn't do it. Maybe it's an accident. He hit a button he didn't know he hit on the app.
It's always possible somebody else took his phone and added it later, because with these apps, yes, you can add it later, add the objects later to any photo you've taken with your camera.
And it's a little trickier with the UFO one, unless you've seen that it's in a lot of other photos. But the alien photo on this app is ridiculous, and that one to me was an immediate hoax. As far as the UFO, I mean, it's a standard saucer-looking shape, but a little too perfect to...
Those are causing lots of problems and fooling a lot of people, and they're going to continue doing that. It's unfortunate.
And I'm sure that this is not going to be the last app on the market that's going to have UFOs and aliens involved.
Definitely not. Unfortunately, I think it's going to get worse too.
Yeah. Well, that's all for this episode of Spacing Out. Be sure to visit openminds.tv for all the latest news. And if you're a podcast listener, go to openminds.tv/radio and check out Open Minds UFO Radio.
We love hearing what you have to say, so leave your comments below. Click on the like button if you enjoyed today's show, and remember to subscribe to the Open Minds YouTube channel.
Thanks again for joining us today. I'm Maureen Elsberry.
And I'm Jason McClellan. We will see you in the future.